For project 60, I'm going to insert a battery holder with the color LED attached to it on the merry-go-round, and you can see that the airplane is connected. The light motor is attached to the airplane by the jumper wires, and make sure that the wires won't get in the way of the motor. And then I'm going to turn on the slide switch, and look at that. You have a neat light show. I'm just going to move this back a little bit. The merry-go-round spins with the color LED flashing, and so does the light motor, producing a neat show. Now make sure that you disconnect the color LED from the battery holder once you're done, because turning off the slide switch won't turn it off, and you don't want to drain the batteries. I modified the previous circuit to include the second battery holder. I have one of the hypnotic discs on the merry-go-round, although you can use some of the cardboard figures if you want, and I still have the airplane with the light motor. When I turn on the slide switch, the light motor spins and lights, as does the merry-go-round. It spins, and then you can use the switcher to turn on the bicolor LED. Moving it to the right allows it to be red. Moving it to the left allows it to be yellow. Moving the switch to the center turns it off. This is called Big Circuit. As you can see, there are a lot of different components included. And I am going to turn on the slide switch. Volume warning, please, because this is going to be loud. But you can see and hear the different activities in the circuit. The merry-go-round gears and light motor all spin. The air fountain operates, pushing the ball above it. The alarm sounds, the bicolor LED lights up, and then when I tap the slide switch, it may be hard to notice, but the color LED blinks. The circuit is doing a lot of different things at once. Now it's possible this circuit may work for a while and then suddenly shut off, and if it happens, turn off the slide switch, wait a little while, and then turn it back on. When I turn on the slide switch, the bicolor LED will come on, and I will then tap the vibration switch. The bicolor LED turns off briefly before coming back on. The C4 capacitor allows it to turn off briefly, because if I removed it, it would not appear that the LED has turned off. It might turn off so briefly that you can't notice it, but from your perspective, it will still be on. Only with the capacitor will it be noticeable when it's off. Project 64's audio triple detector. I placed the circuit on the blue stand included with this kit, and now ideally you would place it near the edge of a table and have it face across an open room. And then I'm going to turn on the slide switch, volume warning. An alarm will sound for a couple seconds, and then whenever the circuit detects motion through the motion detector, vibration, like if I was to shake it, or if I tilted it, the tilt switch, it will sound an alarm. And this could be an example of a security system, because there are 3 different ways that it can detect an intruder. It's most likely that, assuming they don't notice it, they're going to trip the alarm using motion. when the motion detector senses their presence. But if they were to pick it up, then they'll almost certainly trigger the alarm through the vibration switch or through the tilt switch. For Project 65, I couldn't really get this project to work, but you can see that the vibration switch is attached to the airplane with the bicolor LED, and when I turn on the slide switch, the propeller spins, the light motor spins, and on a hard surface, such as this or a desk, the plane is supposed to move around, and the vibration switch may cause the LED to turn on since it is in series with it. See, if I was to shake it around, you can see that the bicolor LED comes on. Then, for the second part of the project, you would hold the airplane in the air or place it on a carpet, and it's unlikely that the bicolor LED will come on since there would not be as much vibration. Project 66 has a lot of components included in it. I'm going to turn on the slide switch, volume warning, because there's a loud alarm, and the alarm sounds, the merry-go-round rotates, the air fountain is on, and the light motor on the airplane is spinning and lighting. Look at the ball. Now, the bicolor LED is on, and you can use the adjustable resistor to light the color LED, although you need to tilt the circuit in a particular direction for it to come on. I don't know if it will, but there is so much going on that there is a chance that after a period of time, the circuit may suddenly turn off because the battery holders actually have a special fuse which activates if current is too high, whether there is a short circuit or an extraordinary high amount of current going through it, in order to prevent overheating of any of the components. If this circuit does shut off, you need to turn off the circuit and wait a little while for the battery fuse to reset before turning the circuit back on, and it may work again, but be careful. You can use the front picture on the box for this kit if you have it to help you with assembling this project. For Project 67, not too much at once, I modified the previous circuit so that now the air fountain is directly connected to one set of batteries, which supply the air fountain with a total of 3 volts rather than 6 volts, and the switcher to control it. I'm going to turn on the slide switch, volume warning, and you can see everything else pretty much activates color LED. I still have a problem with, but when the air fountain will not turn on right away. When I move the switcher, the air fountain will come on, but it is not as powerful, and the ball may not fall off like it did in the previous project. And what's also good about this circuit is that it is very unlikely to trip any of the battery fuses in the battery holders. If it does happen, it would take a very long time. I'm going to turn on the slide switch. The light motor spins, as does the geared motor, and the ball dances around on the air fountain. You can hear some interesting sounds from the speaker, and the bicolor LED, although it might be hard to see, flickers. You can use the adjustable resistor to adjust the speed of the geared and light motors. When the RV lever is away from me, the light motor seems to spin faster, but when it's toward me, the geared motor seems to spin, although very slowly. It doesn't appear to spin at all when it's away from me. And neither does the air fountain. This is the adjustable dancing ball. I'm going to turn on the slide switch. The adjustable resistor is at about the middle setting, and the ball dances around on the air fountain. And you can adjust the airflow by moving the adjustable resistor lever back and forth. When it's closer to me, the airflow is low, but when it's far away from me, the airflow is high. And look at that, the ball is actually hovering above the fountain, air fountain.